Conquer your anger. Stoic insights for emotional mastery. Stoic philosophy. Anger can destroy a relationship, a career opportunity, a peaceful day, or even a life. In the heat of the moment, a person can lose all reason, lose control, and become the worst version of themselves. But if you can conquer your anger, you become unstoppable. This is exactly what Stoic philosophy has taught for over 2,000 years. In this video, we'll explore the powerful teachings of Stoicism that can help you master your anger, stay calm in the most difficult situations, and develop emotional intelligence at the highest level. Why do we get angry? Anger isn't random. It is often the result of unmet expectations, threatened values, or a bruised ego. When others don't act the way we expect them to, when something feels unfair, or when we feel insulted, anger shows up as a defense mechanism. But Stoics tell us negative emotions don't come from the outside world. They come from how we interpret that world. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That means it's not someone's actions that make you angry. It's your judgment and reaction to those actions. Anger is not strength. It's a form of weakness. In today's society, people often confuse anger with power. They think shouting, raging, and retaliating are signs of strength, but in reality, they are signs of inner weakness. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and master of Stoicism, wrote, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? What triggers your anger might be small, but if you lose control, the consequences can last a lifetime." How the Stoics handle anger. When someone insults you, you have two choices. React impulsively, get angry, argue, lose control, and possibly damage relationships. Respond as a Stoic. Pause, reflect, ask questions, understand the cause, realize that anger is a choice, not a necessity. Stoics don't suppress emotions, they transform them into wisdom. Strategy 1. The Stoic pause. Stop before you react. The next time you feel anger rising, try this. Do absolutely nothing for 5 seconds. Take a deep breath. Observe what's happening in your mind. Ask yourself, is this really worth losing control over? Is this person acting out of ignorance or fear? Will this even matter a week or a year from now? Just 5 seconds of stillness can turn you from a slave of emotion into a master of self. Strategy 2. Premeditatio malorum. Expect the worst. Stoics practiced a powerful exercise called premeditatio malorum, imagining things going wrong before they actually do. They would prepare their minds for insults, rejection, betrayal, misfortune. So when it came, they were not surprised and therefore not emotionally hijacked. Before leaving home, tell yourself, "Today I may face rudeness, I may be criticized, but I will not allow it to disturb my peace." Strategy 3. Focus on what's within your control. At the heart of Stoicism lies one core idea, the dichotomy of control, the ability to distinguish between what you can and cannot control. You can't control other people's behavior, opinions, or moods, but you can control your own response, thoughts, and mindset. Anger arises when we try to control the uncontrollable. The moment you realize that, peace enters. Strategy 4. Think like a philosopher. Imagine you're in ancient Rome studying with Seneca. He asks, "If a madman insults you, do you get angry?" "No, teacher, because he's insane." "And if a foolish man insults you?" "Well, I suppose I shouldn't either." "Then who do you get angry with?" Seneca wanted us to realize this. Anger often comes from expecting others to be wise, fair, and virtuous according to our standards. But that's an illusion. Instead of being angry, we can choose to be compassionate. Strategy 5. Keep a Stoic journal. The Stoics had a habit of daily journaling. Marcus Aurelius wrote meditations not to publish, but to remind himself how to live wisely. You can do the same. Each night, ask yourself, when today did I get angry? Was that anger useful? How could I have responded better? Over time, this daily reflection will sharpen your emotional awareness and maturity. Strategy 6. Practice forgiveness, not for others, but for yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean tolerating bad behavior. It means refusing to let someone's behavior control your inner world. When you hold on to anger, you hand over power to another person. But when you forgive, you take that power back. Strategy 6. Train your mind like a muscle. You don't conquer anger with one lesson. It's a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. You need to read Stoic texts daily, reflect, write, apply the teachings. Just like you can't lift heavy weights without training, you can't stay calm under pressure unless you've mentally prepared in advance. Strategy 7. Detach from the ego. You are not your emotions. Much of our anger comes from ego, the idea that we must be respected, admired, or never wrong. When someone challenges us, we don't just hear their words, we feel personally attacked. But the Stoics teach you are not your title, your reputation, or even your emotions. You are the observer of your thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. Epictetus said, "If someone speaks ill of you and it's true, correct yourself. If it's false, laugh at it." Let go of your ego and you'll be free from the trap of needing validation or revenge. Strategy 9. View every conflict as training for the soul. Instead of seeing difficult people as problems, see them as your teachers. That rude stranger? A lesson in patience. That unfair coworker? A test of self-control. That family member who pushes your buttons? A training ground for inner peace. Just as the body grows stronger through resistance, the Stoics believed the soul strengthens through adversity. Seneca wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Every moment of anger is actually a hidden opportunity to practice virtue and grow stronger. Strategy 10. Remember death. Memento mori. Finally, the most powerful Stoic tool of all, memento mori. Remember you must die. When you feel your anger rising, ask yourself, if this were my last day on earth, would I spend it arguing? Is this insult worth more than my peace, my dignity, my time? Will I care about this on my deathbed? Marcus Aurelius reflected daily on mortality. He knew that life is short, and nothing is more foolish than wasting precious moments on pointless anger. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you remember death, you remember what truly matters, and in that clarity, anger loses all its power. Final thoughts. You can spend your whole life blaming others for making you angry, or you can walk the Stoic path, master your emotions, master yourself, and ultimately master your life. Remember Marcus Aurelius's timeless words. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. If you truly want to change your life, start from within. And the first thing to conquer is your anger.